Lotus silk, a natural fiber shrouded in rarity and artistry, stands as one of the most exclusive fabrics in the world. Its creation, a meticulous and time-consuming process, is confined to a handful of dedicated artisans in Cambodia, Myanmar, and recently Vietnam. Among them is Phan Thi Thuan, a craftswoman from a lineage steeped in the tradition of silk production. However, her exploration into lotus silk, a departure from the familiar world of silkworm threads, has introduced a new dimension to her craft, blending cultural heritage with innovative practices. The journey of lotus silk begins with an iconic plant, the lotus flower, revered in Vietnam as a symbol of purity and perseverance. Unlike conventional silk, which relies on the industrious efforts of silkworms, lotus silk demands human precision at every stage. Silkworms, housed in spacious trays, tirelessly spin cocoons of golden threads after being fed continuously on a diet of mulberry leaves. Hundreds of these insects are required to produce just 1 kilogram of silk, but their natural instincts streamline much of the process. In contrast, the labor-intensive extraction of lotus silk relies entirely on human skill and patience. The process starts with selecting and harvesting the stems of lotus flowers, an activity that aligns with the blooming season from April to October. Each stem contains an almost imperceptible quantity of sticky, gossamer fibers that must be manually teased out. The fibers are fragile and must be processed within 1 day while they retain their moisture. If allowed to dry prematurely, they become brittle and unusable, adding a layer of urgency to the craft. This daily commitment to harvest and process the stems highlights the dedication required to maintain the quality of lotus silk. Once extracted, the fibers are carefully rolled together into fine threads and left to dry. This stage is particularly delicate, as the strands can easily break under tension or mishandling. The dried threads are then measured, hand-spooled, and eventually woven into fabric using traditional looms. Each step requires precision, a steady hand, and an intimate understanding of the material's properties. Despite their fragility during production, the woven fibers transform into a remarkably durable fabric, boasting a combination of softness, breathability, and elasticity that sets it apart from both silk and linen. The scale of production is modest, reflecting the painstaking nature of the craft. With a team of only 20 workers, Phan Thi Thuan's workshop can produce between 10 and 20 scarves each month. A single scarf measuring just 25 centimeters can command a price exceeding $200. This high cost reflects not only the labor-intensive process, but also the exclusivity of the final product. Lotus silk's texture, combining the luxurious feel of traditional silk with the practical qualities of linen, has captivated both tourists and international fashion brands seeking unique materials. Despite its allure, the craft of making lotus silk remains niche. Few artisans possess the specialized knowledge required to produce this fabric, limiting its availability and keeping production levels small. However, Phan is determined to change this narrative. Her experiments with lotus fibers, which began in 2017, mark a bold attempt to elevate the material from a regional curiosity to a global phenomenon. Her vision includes expanding the pool of trained craftspeople, ensuring that the knowledge and techniques behind this rare fabric are preserved and shared. The uniqueness of lotus silk lies not only in its rarity, but also in the story it tells. Each thread represents hours of labor, meticulous attention to detail, and a connection to nature's rhythm. Unlike the mass-produced textiles that dominate the global market, lotus silk carries with it a sense of authenticity and heritage. It is a fabric that embodies patience and respect for the natural world, qualities that resonate deeply with those who value sustainability and craftsmanship. As the global fashion industry increasingly turns its attention to sustainable and ethically produced materials, lotus silk finds itself at the intersection of tradition and modernity. The fabric's limited production and high cost ensure its status as a luxury item, but its environmental credentials add another layer of appeal. Lotus plants, which grow abundantly in water, require no pesticides or fertilizers, making the silk derived from their stems an eco-friendly alternative to many synthetic and even natural fibers. The journey of lotus silk from flower stem to finished product is a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of those who craft it. In an age where speed and efficiency often overshadow quality and care, this fabric stands as a reminder of the value of slow, deliberate work. Phan Thi Thuan's efforts to keep this tradition alive, while also envisioning its growth, reflect a commitment not only to her craft but to the cultural and natural heritage it represents. Lotus silk may be one of the most expensive fabrics in the world, but its value extends far beyond its price tag. It represents a rare confluence of nature, artistry, and perseverance, a fabric that, like the lotus flower itself, rises above the ordinary to offer something extraordinary. As interest in sustainable luxury continues to grow, this ancient art form may yet find its place in the modern world, ensuring that the delicate threads spun by human hands remain unbroken for generations to come.